guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm filming outside because I am trying to get the last bit of summer that I can get. New Hampshire has been really nice and it's about like 60 something, maybe 70 degrees here in October. So I'm just like soaking it all up before it starts to become winter wonderland. Today we are doing my Q&A that I posted on Instagram a couple days back. I posted this picture and I said, ask me anything, because I've been getting a couple DMs and snaps and stuff asking me some questions, and I figured I haven't done a Q&A in a while, so I was like, you know what, it's time for a Q&A. So with that being said, let's get this started. I'm just gonna do this like rapid fire. Okay, let's see. Gina Ray Fit asks, what made you turn to yoga? So I've always done yoga. It was more intermittently and not consecutively or as a practice, I guess. I was a dancer, so I feel like if you're a dancer, you automatically like yoga because it's about movement, the way your body moves and just, you know, flowing. And what really brought me back to yoga is me getting injured. I wasn't able to lift any weight. My back was really just not having anything, and my PT pretty much said you can do nothing but you can try yoga, and I did, and my body just needed to keep moving, and that's the only thing I could do, so that's what I did, and I ended up falling in love with it. I always see this handle and I always want to say Carla Lafrada, but it's Carla Tafra. I don't know. Okay, if you could eat one dessert for the rest of your life, what would it be? I already believe that if I asked for a savory dish, it would be quesadillas or Dominican rice and beans. Definitely right on the rice and beans. However, for dessert, ooh, that's hard. Rest of my life. I kind of want to say s'mores, kind of want to say tres leche, kind of want to say cookies. I can't pick just one. I'm sorry. Moving on. Regitzi Ziff asks, are you going to do another bikini show? As of right now, no, but that's in my foreseeable future. I don't want to say never because you never know. I enjoyed every second of it, but right now my focus lies elsewhere. JJ Wheezy, I'd love to know what your first starting prep weight and how much you lost for your first show. I've wanted to prep for so long but keep holding off since I'm not lean enough yet. But with a longer prep like 22 weeks, I think I could shed 20 pounds. It may work. I know everyone's different, but you're tall like me, so I figured I would ask anyway and tell you your prep videos inspire me so much. I love her so much. Thank you. If I remember correctly, I think I was like 160 something, and then my first show ever, I got down to 141. So I did lose about 20 pounds. However, my last show, I got to 129 on nationals. But before nationals, I was around 134. So my stage weight is about 132 to 134, not counting nationals. So, you know, a longer prep is definitely doable. You guys know I prepped for about a year, so that's why I was able to get 129. But yeah, you said you weren't lean enough yet, but that's the point of prep, right? And you're never gonna be ready. So I suggest you just pick a date and commit and do it, because you never know how that prep will go until you do it. A Feeder, aka Anna, asks, if you could eat nachos from one establishment for the rest of your life, where would it be and with who? Met Bar with Anna. Those are the best nachos I've ever had. They just layer everything, so hands down. Teak Teak, who do you love? I know you want me to say you, so I'll say you. Rihanna7 asks, how did yoga teacher training help you as a person? You know, it made me realize a lot of things that I didn't know I was holding on to, and I thought that a lot of things that were holding me back were certain things, and it was actually something totally different, and it helped me in so many ways. I feel like now I process things a little bit different. I think about things twice before making judgment or coming to a result or whatever it is. You know, it's very hard to describe what yoga teacher training does to you until you go through it. So I hope that helps a little bit, but it opens your eyes to different things, and it's allowed me to quiet my mind, or learn to quiet my mind, so that I can actually really understand what it is I'm feeling and what Yami wants to do with whatever it is that's happening, or, you know, listening to me and my heart instead of everything that's going on the outside. Hope that makes sense. Brittany Z93, what app do you use to edit your YouTube videos and what camera? So the camera I have is the Lumix G7X, and I use Final Cut Pro. Taryn Gilligan, my question is, what advice do you have for your subscribers, followers, Yam fam, LOL, who feel like they don't have it all together yet but feel the pressure to have to? I know a lot of people, especially in their 20s, see all these people on social media thriving and doing all these things and going to all these places, and a lot of people get in negative headspace of comparison and feeling behind. Whoa. Yes, because I get in that headspace more often than not. And I think that's something else that yoga teacher training has allowed me to learn about myself. One thing that we always have to keep in mind is that we are seeing everyone else's highlight reels, you know what I mean? And no one really showcases their hardships, what they've gone through. And we have to keep reminding ourselves that this person didn't get to where they were overnight. They probably worked really, really hard. So we need to keep that judgment out of it. You know, I know that I tend to do that and I'm like, oh, she's just lucky, it happened overnight. And that's usually not the case. But one piece of advice that I have is to, as cliche as it sounds, is stay in your own lane. Because the moment that we start comparing ourselves to somebody else's journey, somebody else's achievements, somebody else's success, whatever that may be, we're losing the time that we could be working for us, whatever it is that we're working towards. We're kind of losing our creative space, our creative energies, and bringing in the negative energies, if that makes any sense. So the time that we could be doing something with our own life, you know, something that you've been working towards, we find ourselves scrolling on Instagram and just like going deep into this person and all of their successes and all their wonderful photoshopped photos and their edited photos, and you know, we lose that time, and that's something that we'll never get back. Remind yourself that you have time. And also, it's not a race. That's something that I have to remind myself daily. It's not a race. It's not a race. It's not a race. And then one thing to remind yourself, I think, is there is enough success to go around. So just because person X has achieved this success that you're trying to achieve doesn't mean that you can't achieve it as well. Just because it's taking a little bit longer for you doesn't mean that you'll never reach it. So just like I said, stay in your own lane and keep trucking, and it'll happen. Next, why did my Instagram close? One sec. Stephanie MacFit, when are you coming to Toronto? I would love to meet you. I would love to go to Toronto, but right now it's just not in the cards. Sedgwick asks, how did you first hear about Vegas? What was your initial reaction? I feel like the day will be like the Twin Towers. We will always remember the moment we got the news. Yeah, so I was at home working, and we have a family chat, like my immediate family, and my little brother actually texted us because he's going to Vegas next month, I believe. And he just said that there was a shooting and that 50 people were killed. And I remember my heart just like sank and feeling like, ugh, another one, you know? And I hated that feeling because it's so sad that we've come to like kind of expect these things to happen now. And yeah, it was very somber for the rest of the day, knowing that so many people lost their lives and the family and the friends that are going through it. And I've been thinking about them a lot this week. I'm actually dedicating my first yoga class to the victims. I'm just trying to send a lot of love and light towards everyone that was affected. So next, Rose Sunny asks, when are you coming to India? Love ya. Oh, I wish I can go to India. Jessica Elise asks, hi, love your vids and especially your prep vids because you're tall like me. Yeah, I'm 5'9" and planning for my first show in May of 2018. Congratulations. What's a good competition weight range for tall girls? All the bikini companies have 4 to 6 week turnaround time and ask for stage weight. I have no clue. Also, did you supplement during your prep? So that's the thing. You never know. Like when you're on stage, you don't need to know a weight. So I think it's kind of weird that they're asking you that. So wherever you are, I would kind of subtract 10 to 15 pounds from that, especially how you are actually trending. So if you're losing weight at a good pace, maybe find the average and send them that. But maybe if it's May 2018, you have so much time. I think I would wait a little bit to order your bikini till you know a little bit more of how much weight you'll be around. Also, did you use supplements during your preps? My first prep, yes. My second prep, no. My coach didn't want me to use any supplements just because the way it is absorbed in my body. Steph Lorraine asks, would you rather be freezing all the time or sweaty all the time? I want to say freezing all the time because I can like warm up or have layers to warm up. But actually when I'm cold, I'm actually really angry all the time. So I don't know. That's a good question. Oh, sweaty is really annoying. I actually don't mind being sweaty. I just mind being like hot. So if this is just sweaty, I'll take sweaty. Rads 2015 asks, how is your reverse going with BioLane? How much longer do you have left of it? If you stop tracking macros after with him, what will be your goal? So my reverse is going, it's going. It's pretty stagnant right now. I said in my last video that I was between 155 and 159, like swaying back and forth, which that puts me at, I think, 6 or 7 pounds higher than what I started with him. I'm not loving how I'm feeling. I think I have 2 months left with him, or a month and a half. And after that, if I stop counting macros, my goal will be just to live, you know? I want to fuel my body, and I don't really have a goal right now for after that. I guess the no goal is the goal. Right now, I don't have the desire to set a goal around a physical appearance or eating or whatever. I want to have that healthy relationship with food when I eat when I'm hungry, and I don't eat when I'm not hungry. And if I want 3 acai bowls a day, I'll have it without feeling guilty. And that would be the goal, to find peace with my eating habits and my relationship with food. Oh, which reminds me, if you guys want to see a video of how I overcame binging and my eating disorder, let me know below and I'll make a video. I know I spoke about it a little bit a long time ago, but if you guys want, I will definitely make a video. Okay, next question. Healthy Amanda Faye asks, did you ever feel as though weightlifting made flexibility harder to achieve, or were you just as flexible when you started yoga as you were when you danced? No. Weightlifting actually hinders flexibility, which is why you need to stretch, but I am really bad at stretching, so I've lost most of my flexibility. I have found that since doing yoga, I am slowly getting it back. Not completely, but I have hope. So yeah, I was very flexible back in the day, not so much anymore, but I'm getting there. Nelly Fit Nova, Team Flash or Team Arrow? Ooh, girl. Also, coming from a fellow inspiring actor, we can all call ourselves that, right? Yes. Which movie would you have most loved to star in and why? Easy, Wonder Woman, 100%. I've always wanted to play Wonder Woman when I was younger. Also, A League of Their Own. If you haven't seen that movie, watch the movie. Team Gina Davis. Please, Elsa asks, with both of your schedules changing due to getting jobs, how do you manage to have time to meal prep and still follow your training schedule? Any tips? Honestly, it's hard. We meal prep whenever we have a chance. So we'll make a lot of rice, a lot of chicken, so that when we get home from a long day of work or whatever, it's accessible and I don't have to think about what I'm eating. As far as training goes, I haven't stepped into a gym in about 2 weeks just because, number one, I don't have a membership right now, and number two, I've been working out a lot at Bar and Soul, taking bar classes and doing yoga. That is something that I want to do. My body's kind of itching to pick up some weight. I just have to be gentle with myself and realize that right now at this period in my life, it's just not going to happen with the way my life is set up. And hopefully once this transition ends and I find myself in a more stable, I guess, schedule, more set schedule, I can either work out from home or go into a gym and get a membership. So it's just kind of accepting where you are in your life and not being upset about it. So not feeling guilty for not going to the gym and just knowing that I'm doing what I can with what I have. Emily Jewel, I think. What's your favorite thing about Taz? Why New Hampshire? If you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be? Something you wish you could tell your younger self now. Dang, girl, all with the good questions. So if I could, I'll do the easiest one first. If you could eat one meal for the rest of your life, rice, beans, chicken. My mom's. What's your favorite thing about Taz? Oh, so many things. He is just such a caring individual, not only towards me, but just everyone. And he makes me laugh a shit ton. I love that about us, that we don't really act our age. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but he can literally erase my problems with a stupid joke. And yeah, and I also love his legs and his butt and his forearms and his hands. Love his hands. All right, enough with Taz. Why New Hampshire? So we moved from New York. It's going to be 2 years in November. We moved to New Hampshire to save money, to be able to travel and see where we want to end up. Hi, Rick. What is your favorite protein bar brand and flavor? Right now, Optimum Nutrition Cake Bites. Hands down. Oriana Monaco. I would like to know how you deal with jealousy in your relationship, since I have a hard time dealing with it. I see you guys have a great relationship. Keep going, you're great. So yes, it's great, but it's not perfect. Remember that. Jealousy. I used to deal with this a lot. I'm a very jealous person, but I've come to realize that if someone wants to be with you, they'll be with you. And if they want to, I don't know, cheat on you, flirt with somebody else, whatever, understand that that is on them, not on you. So you have to just kind of accept that and understand that whatever's going to happen is going to happen, and you stressing and worrying about it is just going to make it worse for you. For example, when I know that a girl gave Taz her number, Like immediately I was like, what the fuck? And then I was like, whatever, he's coming home to me. It doesn't really matter. Anybody can give him his number, but he's not going to do anything with it, you know? Trying to feel secure in your relationship and who you are and what you guys have together. I think that's the best thing. Marilyn, I love you. I love you. I miss you so much. Quintessentially Fisher, how long did you live in New York and why did you leave? I kind of answered this question already when I moved to New Hampshire, but I lived in New York for about 6.5 years and we left because it was kind of like a hamster wheel. We were working from 5 in the morning to like 9 o'clock at night and we weren't enjoying the city, wasn't benefiting us at that point, so we decided to move here to New Hampshire. Rocky Saki, favorite brand for yoga clothes. Right now, Athleta is my #1 and maybe my brand. Alright guys, that is it. Thank you so much for asking all these amazing questions. If you have anything else you want to ask them below and I will definitely get back to you. I just wanted to say thank you so much for tuning in and also thank you so much for voting for me for Maxim's Finest. I am officially in the top 5 and we have about 5 days left to keep me at #1. If I stay at #1 next week, I move on to the semifinals to the top 100 of this entire competition. There are 100 groups and there was about like 58 girls in each group. So there was like 5,800 girls in this competition or something like that, something crazy like that. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for getting me this far. And if you have a second, please click the link below in the description bar to vote for me. It would really mean the world to me. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, for your questions, and for all of your support. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.